What's up, YouTube? It's Kenny again. Let's talk about it. All right, a little bit of real talk. Let's talk about the market. Let's talk about my investments. Before we get started, I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a truck driver driving across the country researching and trading stocks, and I will not be held responsible for any moves you make in the stock market. Not ever. I am not your mama. Do your own research. So, I had a comment from Andrew, and I think it shows a real misconception of what I'm invested in. And I apologize that this new system in this truck has got a bunch of new buzzers that I'm not used to. So, and I also, although there's no traffic on this road, it's pretty bumpy. So, apologize for that. So, comment was made saying that most of the stuff that I'm invested in nobody's ever heard of, and basically kind of jibing my strategy or whatever, and I'm not jumping on this person or anything. It's real easy not to really know what I'm invested in by just missing a few videos, really. But so first of all, let's talk about this OEG investment, right? Because kind of centered around, saying that they could go bankrupt or it could go to the moon. And that is true, okay? That's true for any company. But guys, this OEG investment, like, you just wait until the video comes out that's titled, I just made $15,000 in the stock market. Because I'm telling you, I'm going to make a shit ton of money on OEG, all right? It's going to happen. There's no doubt in my mind, okay, that I'm at least going to double my money. I mean, it's at least going to go up to $5. Look at the stock market, guys. Everything is down. Everything. It's not just risk on stocks. It's not just OEG. It's everything, okay? Like, look at these YouTubers. These YouTubers like Jeremy and, Graham Stephan, all these guys, Stockmo, all these guys that are big on these averaging, dollar cost averaging, and no matter what the strategy, these guys are down massively. Everybody's down massively, okay? The stock market is almost at the levels that it was at when the pandemic hit and everything crashed. I mean, it's not just me, all right? And it's not just OEG, or it's not just any one of these particular retail stocks, all right? All the stocks are fucking tanked right now. But that's not going to last. History shows us that is not going to last. Will it bounce back? Will it take 6 months to get to all-time highs, or will it take a year, or will it happen in 2 months? Nobody knows. But what we do know is that it will get back, okay? That doesn't mean that companies won't fail, and something could happen and OEG could fail, but I do not see it happening. All right, they've made huge investments and bought all these companies. They're like set to do 5x revenue. They're trading at a level that has their market cap below what just one of the acquisitions they made is worth, okay? I mean, there's no question in my mind that when we move to profitability, which I said it was going to be either this last earnings report we got or the next one, still say and really what the only thing that made it to where it didn't happen on this one was that last acquisition that they made of Frontline Power, okay? They paid a lot for it. And they had to do an offering to make a big $20 million payment on it. Like, I didn't really like the way they structured the buy, but it was a good buy, okay? I mean, huge profits coming in from that acquisition. So anyway, whatever on the OEG, okay? Yes, it's a company that not many people have heard of. It's technically a penny stock, whatever, okay? I'm going to make a shit ton of money on OEG. You watch. But the other stocks that I own, I mean, maybe there's a couple in there that are lesser known stocks, like Planet 13. I own a little bit of Planet 13. I still am hanging on to some Lordstown Motors and some Hyliion and stuff. Those are lesser known stocks. But if you want to say that most of the stocks I own are stocks nobody's heard of, you better think again, all right? Nobody heard of Tesla and PayPal? And those are my next two biggest positions, are Tesla and PayPal. I have a triple leveraged Russell 2000 that I've got a little bit of. So maybe that one's kind of an obscure thing to have a triple leverage fund. But when you look at all the other stocks that I own spread out throughout the YouTube and the second Roth and stuff, Home Depot, Visa, Citigroup, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, Berkshire Hathaway, Nvidia, Target, Netflix, Amazon, Google. I own a ton of good stocks, guys. And then stuff like some of the ARK funds and another triple leverage SOXL I own some of. What else? Microsoft, fucking Facebook. There's a ton of them, okay, that are really good stocks, and I'm still way down in those accounts because everything is down, all right? And it's not going to last. And just wrap your head around that. Those of you and I understand the frustration, okay? I understand that people like Andrew are frustrated that they can't seem to make no money over the last year or so. Nobody's making any money over the last year or so. You might get lucky and hit one and make a little profit, or you might just see something real obvious and make a little profit. But overall, anybody that's long is not making no fucking money. They're in the red, okay? And you just got to have some patience. You got to have some patience. All this stuff that is going on is temporary. Temporary in the stock market could be 2 years. Could be a month, could be 2 fucking years. Still temporary. Look at the long-term view. Look at the long-term charts. Even just a 3-year long-term chart, 4-year long-term chart. There is no mistaking the fact that things will come back, and you have to have patience. The way that you lose your ass in the stock market is to get in a downtrend like this and sell everything you got for a loss. Then you lost money. Like Andrew's comment, he said, all this money that you've lost, and I ain't lost really shit, okay? I'm down. But unless I sell for a loss, I ain't lost anything, all right? If everything came back to the levels that it was 6 months ago, 8 months ago, I'd pretty much just be even. I haven't lost anything because I haven't sold a bunch of shit. Now, where did I take some losses? I took some losses on Lordstown, okay? That's the only significant one I can think of. I lost some money in Tesla one time. I haven't taken any significant losses, okay? I've sold for lots of profits, but it's just that the whole market, they say a rising tide lifts all ships. And the opposite is true. When the whole ocean is going down, everything is going down, all right? Now, but it's not permanent, all right? It's not permanent. And if you're caught up in how much you made this month or how much you made in the last 3 months, yes, you're going to get frustrated, okay? But I'm not in that mindset right now. I haven't been doing a bunch of trading and shit like that. If I was, I'd been losing my ass, okay? But I'm not. I told you a long time ago that it was time to shift toward a longer term view. And that's what I've done. And everything since then that I've got, I'm holding. Now, I've sold a few things for some profits within that time period. Right as the Ukraine thing started, I bought some stuff, got a big bump, sold out of that for a small profit, but profit, and then sat on that cash and then waited and bought into some stuff, and now, yes, that stuff's down, but unless I sell it right here, I ain't lost shit. Like, there are no losses, really. It's only losses if you sell. And you only sell if you don't think it's coming back. And everything I've got, I think, is definitely coming back. And I'm looking at this like, like Jeremy, like all these other YouTubers, I'm looking at this as an opportunity to average these prices down. My cost basis is down in these positions so that when it does come back, I'll be up even more than I was, okay? And that's the mindset that you have to have. You can't be caught up in what your portfolio did over the last several months or over the last year when you're in a position like we're in right now with the stock market. You got to be thinking buy more, average down, wait for it to come back up, longer term. And that's what I'm doing. So Andrew, like, I understand that you're trying to be helpful. I'm not trying to like jump all over you, anything like that. Everybody's frustrated right now. There's frustrations across the board, no matter what you're invested in, more or less. And just about everybody's down. And yes, those who freaked out and sold lost money, but that doesn't mean that just because people's portfolios are down that they've lost money. You don't lose money until you sell. And if you're invested in things you believe in, you've got to believe that stuff will come back up. And that's where I'm at. So thanks for watching. Appreciate your support. See you on the next one.